Hi, my name is Amanda, and today I'm going to lead you through a dance workout. Before we begin, let's just take some deep breaths, and maybe you could place your hand on your heart, one on your belly, close your eyes or drop them to the floor. Just taking inhales through the nose and exhales out the mouth, whatever it is that you need right now. This is a great time to set an intention. How do you want to feel during this workout? I'm proud of you for taking the time to do this for yourself. All right, let's get started.
Rolling your shoulders back. 3, 4, head side. 2, 3, 4, down and up. Looking right, left. 1 head roll. Switch sides and jumping jacks. High knees. Again. And high knees. Squat, double, bounce, down, and bounce, bounce. You got this. We're just warming up. 4 more. 3, 2, jumping side to side, let loose. Do whatever you want with your arms and your upper body, front and back. Do it again, side to side, front and back. Let's have some fun today. Squat, double, bounce. Breathe. You've got this. Just the warm up. Squats, down, and squeeze at the top, down. Knees out over your second toe. Think forward with the knees. Now we're going to rise up to releve. Squeeze those glutes. Drop your shoulders down your back. Hold that core in tight. Adding a passe, flat foot, and up. Bringing that knee all the way in, squeezing that inner thigh. Finding that nice round position in your arms. Engaging those biceps, dropping your shoulders down your back, long neck. And now we're just bottom line, keeping that hip down. Feel free to flex or point your feet. Just warming up those hips. Pulse, pulse, out to the side, back together, other side, out. Pulse, pulse, together, out. Pulse, pulse, together, out. Pulse. Curtsy squats are coming. Staying on that same leg. We're wrapping it behind and then opening it to the side. Then I'm using my port de bras to strengthen my arms, my abs, and my back. Other side. Second to first. Second to first. Second. You got this. Again. You can keep the arms or you can relax and just focus on the legs because now we're burning a little bit. Pulse, pulse. You're going to feel this in your outer glutes tomorrow. You've got it. Make sure that supporting leg doesn't move and it's still parallel. We're going to go front and back into these lunges with our passe. You don't have to do a passe. You can just drive that knee up. You can do running arms. You can have arms out in second like I have here. We want to get that knee up as fast as possible. We want that supporting leg to be super parallel, super strong. Down and up. Down and squeeze those abs. You've got it. You can do it. And now we're going to pulse that knee up to the sky. Let's go. Keep your hips as square as possible. Drop those shoulders down your back. Other side. Here we go. Any arms you want. Running arms, arms out in second. Get that knee up. You got this. Breathe. Down and up. Back. And knee high. Front and up. To this side we go down and come back to that supporting leg. Down and back. Down and back. You got it. 4 more. 4. And 3. And 2. And hold it. We're going to pulse. Let's go. Whoop. And go. to the side. There we go. Keeping all the weight in that supporting leg that's nice and parallel. You can go passe when you come back center. We're doing single leg squats here. I'm pressing my hips back. And now I'm going to shift my chest a little bit forward to bring that leg to the back and then pull my knee back up, either to passe or just to a high knee. I'm holding this passe. My shoulders are down. My ribs are closed. My knee is pressing into my center line. My bottom leg is parallel. My leg is straight and strong. My glutes are engaged. Smiles on and breathing. Oh, turned out. Retire. Finding that releve and switching sides. Let's go. Slide it out and pull it in. Slide it out, pull it in. Any arms you want, whatever helps. And now single leg squat, pressing those hips back while your foot goes forward. Back and up. Lift that knee. Back and up. Now we're going to go to the back. Chest forward. Keep that bottom leg. Your knee needs to press out over your second and third toe. Holding that passe. Lifting those arms to fifth. Relaxing the shoulders. Bringing that passe into your center line. Abs engaged. This is our jazz port de bras. If this is too fast for you, don't do it. Just hold those arms out into second. Turn out. Arms up to fifth. Rise up to that releve. Or stay flat if you're not ready. All right. We're prepping and passe. Prep. We want most of our weight in that front foot. And go up to releve. And the sand is not easy, but we're going to do it. We don't want to shift our weight back. As you can tell, we want to keep that weight on that front leg. Whoop, hold that passe up in releve if you can, or you can just stay flat. Other side, back and up. If you see my core, my chest, my hips don't change. I bring my foot back just a little bit. I don't shift my weight out of that front foot so I can launch right into that strong releve. Hold it, hold it, hold it. You got this. Press that knee into center. Good job. Sautés. 2, 3, and second. 1, 2, 3. 8 changements. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're doing this 3 more times. You've got this. 4, 3. First and second and fifth. Switch, switch. Keep going. 2 more times. First for 4, 3, 2. Second. 1, 2. Don't let your arms move. 2, 3, 4. Trying to point through the feet in sand, it's not easy, but I believe in you. 8, 7, 6, 5. And relax. Good job. Take a deep breath in. Relax down for a second. Plie. Plie, roll it up. Come into first. Releve. Up and hold. Arms in fifth. Again. Elevate. Up and hold, arms in first. Plie, forced arch, releve, and flat. Plie, forced arch, releve, and reverse. Releve, forced arch, plie, and stretch. Releve, plie, and stretch. Hold, closing those ribs. Really rounding out that first position, pressing those knees back in that forced arch, opening up to second. Here we go. Elevate. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 1. Again, you got it. Up. Really rotating those heels in. Relax the quads. You can get into those external rotators. We go. Releve, forced arch, plie, and stretch. Again, plie, forced arch, releve, and stretch, and releve, forced arch, plie, and stretch. We're going deep, second, grand plie. Just trying to get centered in my camera. Up to releve. You've got it. Rotate those heels in, down, and up. We're holding, you've got this. Breathe. Press the forced arch. Pulse, 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 pulse if you can. If you need to drop your heels, go for it. And we're down. We're pressing our knees back. And we're doing these batmas from this low second position. Drop it low, knees back, knees back. Relax the shoulders, breathe. We're almost out. We're almost out of this. We're gonna jump. We're gonna pop our feet out. We're trying not to go up. We're trying to go just out with the feet. There we go. Yes. You got it. Breathe. We're gonna go down and stretch, relax for a second, shifting into those hips, right and left, right and left. Plie roll up through the spine. Side to side lunges. We're gonna go right and center, left and center, or maybe it's left for you and center, right and center. My arms go L first. L, my head is staying right on top of my hips, as you can tell. Now we're adding in that passe. We're doing a parallel passe, and then when we go to second, we're doing that turned out, so that retire, up, using that same supporting leg. So if I go left, it's gonna be right passe. Left, center, and again, right passe. Then we go right, left passe, right, center, left passe. You got it. Quick breath here, and let's get ready for tendus. Front and close. Front in, out in dégagé. Transfer your weight, shift all the way back and close. 90, flex, plie, press, articulate through that foot. Attitude, passe, coupe. Let's do it again to the side and close. Rotate, rotate, dégagé, plie, turn out that knee, keep those hips square. 90, if you can, flex, plie, press, articulate through that foot. Attitude, passe, coupe to the back. You've got it. Back and close. In and out, dégagé, plie, launch, push, using those toes. 90, flex, plie, extend and point. Attitude, drop the shoulders, close the ribs, turn out that passe, left side, front and close. Tendu, in, out, close, dégagé, shift the weight, shift back and close. 90, flex, plie, turn out those legs, point, attitude, passe, coupe, and side. Alisacone, close, in and out, dégagé, oh, that's okay, and point, attitude, passe, coupe, and back. Tendu, close, you've got it, in, out. Dégagé, there we go, plie, push, and close. 90, flex, plie, press, and point. Attitude, drop those shoulders, breathe, passe, coupe, and breathe. We're gonna go down to a forward fold, a little plie, stretch, plie, grab the hands behind your back, 10-finger bind, drop those hands over your head, getting into the shoulders, rocking side to side as you need to, plie, roll up, finishing off this standing series. These are lateral parallel lunges, and now we're going to turn out our legs. Both heels stay on the ground. We're really trying to get into those hips, pressing that knee that's bending out. You can have your hand over your head, trying to keep that chest back a little bit more than I am. You can have hands to heart wherever you want to have them. We're almost done. You've got this. Breathe open. All right, let's find our center for a second. Take an inhale and exhale. You're doing amazing. Grab some water. This next portion is on the ground. Feel free to grab a mat. Feel free to pause this video, or feel free to come back later. You've already made it through about 15 minutes of our workout. We have 15 minutes more, and then we're going to stretch for 30. You've got this. Here we go. Down to your plank. Shifting back and forth. I really want you to puff up the back of your shoulders. I want you to squeeze your glutes and your thighs. Down dog, back to that plank. Down dog, back to that plank. You got this. Down dog, back to that plank. Starting off easy. I'm going to go into my fists because the sand is really challenging to hold that with my wrists, but whatever you like, fists or flat hands. We're going to pull our knees into our elbows outside, crunching outside for those obliques. Keeping those shoulders puffed up, keeping your glutes and your quads, and of course your core engaged and your head in line with your spine. Pulling your knees underneath your hips. I want you to think belly button to your spine, getting that extra workout in your core, mountain climbers. Feel free to point your feet if you want, or just let it loose. Focus on the core. Pull your knees underneath your hips. Belly button into your spine. Squeeze, squeeze. My knees are not on the floor, even though it looks like it. Down dog, relax just for a second, and back to knees under your hips. You got it. Squeeze your core. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Okay, try not to move your hips here. We're doing shoulder taps. Squeeze that core. Keep your shoulders puffed up. Back to your plank. Down to your elbows. You've got this. We're going to do hip dips in just a second. We're dipping our hips straight down and then coming back up. This might not be comfortable for you. If not, you can just hold, but I really feel an extra good core workout when I do this in my low abs. And now I'm going to go side to side. Let's go. Don't make these super big. They're small movements. Left and right. Left and right. Keep your shoulders puffed up. Keep your head in line with your spine. Legs straight and relax. Good job. Deep breaths. All right, we're going to do a bird dog. So my left leg is straight, my right arm is out. I'm going to try to keep those in one straight line. I'm going to try to get my knee a little bit straighter too. You are not going to move your arm. You're just going to bring your knee to that supporting elbow. Crunch. Now we can move that straight arm. In and out with more focus, more control. Trying to get that arm up a little bit higher so it's in line with your foot. And now we're going to pull our elbow to the side and pull our knee to the side so we get that oblique and back work. This one's not easy, and we totally get the outside of our hip too. Place that arm down, and now we're going to just tap the toe down. You can make these even smaller. We want to try to rotate that hip down. Think pinky toe to the floor. And now we're going to do donkey kicks, just small. Do not let your back arch. We're just targeting that glute muscle. Now we're going to open to the side. You want to try to keep more weight into your left arm than to rock into that supporting hip and arm. Straighten that leg. Straighten your opposite arm out. This one is very challenging. And now pull your arm and your leg front and back. And then we're going to do it again. This takes a lot of focus, a lot of control. You can do it. Get that leg and that arm as high as you can without arching your back. Keep your head in line with your spine. Breathe. You've got this. To the side. Relax down. Open up that left leg. You're kind of in a half child's pose or a half middle split, wherever you want to be. And now we're going to go to a side plank. Not too much more. Hips down and up. Your arm can be up. Your arm can be on your hip, wherever you want it to be. Drop the hips to the floor. Lift as high as you can. Now just hold. You've got this. We're going to drop the hips to the floor. Put your hand on your hip. Lift that top leg. And now we're just meeting the bottom leg. We're meeting the top leg with the bottom leg. This is a little bit of core and also a little bit of outer hip. Some oblique. You can flex or point the feet. We're going to hold. And now you can flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Lifting that left leg on top of your right leg. Pulsing the bottom leg up for inner thigh work. You can go up and down. You can go side to side. You can go in circles. You can hold. I'm just going to go up and down. Are you remembering to breathe? All right. One more time, because I want to push you. Bottom leg meeting the top leg. And coming up for some more obliques. Usually we do this with a ball in between our hands in Pilates. We're just extending our chest over and up. Lifting the arms above the head, pulling them back into center. Lift and down. Lift, and now we're going to lift our upper body, drop it back down, lift the arms, lift the whole body, pull your arms down. Tilt, extend, lift, lower. Tilt, extend, lift. Now we're going to hold out and we're going to do little pulses for one final burn. You should be feeling this in your obliques. We are almost out of this. Good job. We're going to stretch over to the side. And then we're going to turn out that left leg. So it's almost like we're in a half lateral lunge. And now we're going to go into the other side. So you already did this. We go into our bird dog with whichever leg and whichever arm you did not already use. You're going to keep your arm extended out for now, pulling that elbow now to the knee, crunching everything. We crunch and contract and extend. Crunch, contract, and extend. A little bit now to the side. We're going to bring that knee all the way to the outside of our elbow, and our other elbow that's bending, we're going to pull it back for our back workout. And now we're tapping our foot down and up without arching the back, rotating that pinky toe down to the floor a little bit more. Now some donkey kicks, in and up, still not arching the back. And now to the side, opening up that hip, kind of like a dog peeing. You got this. We're going to extend. You can point or flex that foot. We're going to release that left hand from the floor, and now we pull it to the front while our leg goes to the back, and then with a little bit more control, pulling it to the side and then pulling it back. You have one more of these here. I believe in you. Front and back and out to the side. Great pushing work. Back into a half child's pose. Relax. And it's time for our side plank. We're going to pulse those hips up to the sky. Pull your belly button in to your spine. Try to stack your top shoulder on top of your bottom shoulder. We're just holding. And now we drop the hips to the floor. We lift our top leg and we meet our top leg with our bottom leg. This is for not only obliques but also inner thigh. We want to try to keep our spine in one straight line. I know it's really hard to not just fall back into that hip. And now we pull the top leg over the top for an isolated inner thigh workout, pulsing up. Or you could go front and back, or you could do circles. I just like to go up and down. Keep breathing. You've got this. Pulsing up and down. You should feel it in that bottom leg up, inner thigh. And then we're going to connect the bottom to the top. One more round. Up and down. You can go way slower than I am, and we're going to point and flex our feet. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Good job. Pulling up to that bottom leg. We're going to go for some kneeling oblique work. Hands on your hips, hands at your chest, hands by your ears if you want. Tilting our trunk over, lifting the arms, and then lifting our whole body. And down. Tilt, extend, lift, lower. Tilt, extend, lift, lower. They really extend to go over to the side, and we just do pulses, pulling that belly button to your spine. Good job. And relax forward just for a second. Stretch back, and then we're going to turn out that front leg. So we're in this like half lateral lunge. Good job. We're going to make our way to our back for some footwork and some ab work. So we're going to articulate through our feet. Flex the toes, flex the ankles, point the toes, point the ankles. Flex, flex, point, point, flex. And now we're going to speed it up. Flex and point, still articulating through those 4 points. Toes, ankles, ankles, toes. You got it. Now we're rotating parallel to first, turned out to parallel. And now we go flex, plie, and point. And this is in a turned out first position. My knees are rotating as much as they can. And then we're going to beat in fifth, pointed, and then beat in fifth, flexed. This is 8 times. Flex and point, plie and stretch, plie and stretch. Beat 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, flex. 1, 2, 3, 4, rotating those heels in. You've got it. Flex, plie and stretch, plie and stretch, plie and beat. 1, 2, you got it. And flex. We're going to lower those legs down to the floor in a turned out position, keeping our low back on the on the floor. Don't drop your legs lower than you can without arching your back. Lower and hold, pulling that right knee up and then the left knee. And I'm doing a turned out passe, so my retiré. I'm keeping my legs in that first position when I go back to center. If this is really hard, lift your feet up a little bit higher on the ceiling. You've got it. Pull those knees in and push them back out. Pull those knees in, push them back out. You could always add a challenge and lift your shoulders for that low boat pose. Arms can be forward, arms can be above your head. Lift into that seated boat. Find that balance, get up on those hip bones. Low boat to high boat. Low boat to high boat. You've got it. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Breathe. And relax. We're going to go into crunches. I like to keep my heels off of the floor. Lifting your chest up to the ceiling. We're going to lift our right leg into a half boat or half table. Pulling that belly button to your spine. We're going to stretch that top leg straight out. So it's hovering above the floor, wherever is most comfortable. Keeping your chin away from your chest, your elbows a little bit more open. We're going to extend the bottom leg now to the ceiling. So we're in this we're in a scissor position. And now we're going to go open, turned out, crunch, cross, parallel. Turned out, parallel. Turned out, bike, right? So I'm doing this twisting, crossing, closing move. And then we are going to follow our top bent leg. It's going to straighten out and we're going to crunch. And then we hold. You can add pulses here or you can just hold. And relax again. Back to center. And we're going to lift that left leg. Keeping our knee right above our hip. And my ankle and my knee and my hip are all at this 90-degree angle. I'm going to extend that foot out. And then we're going to lift it up to the ceiling. No. We're going to lift the foot that was on the floor up to the ceiling. And then we're going to rotate open to crunch and close. Turned out, parallel. Turned out, parallel. Getting that opposite elbow to your opposite knee. You've got it. And then we're going to follow that bent leg. We're going to crunch as we extend. You got this. We're going to hold and relax. Good job. Open up those knees, shake it out a little bit, get those legs back up to the ceiling, and we're going to go beat, down. Fifth, second. I like to alternate my feet, and I also like to flex on the bottom and then pull them up and articulate through my ankles and my toes on the way back up. Beat, drop. You've got this. Inner thigh and core work. One last push before we go into some glute bridges. Breathe. Good job. Finding your way to your feet flat on the floor, pressing those hips up to the sky, keeping your chin out of your chest. We really want to curl our tailbone as we want to think of tucking our tailbone as we go up and really engage not only our glutes but the back of our thighs as well. And then we do heel lifts, and then we're going to keep our heels lifted and drop our hips to the floor. Down and up, down and up. I'm really engaging my glutes in the back of my thighs here. We're going to do single leg hip bridges only 4 times. We're going to go up and hold, point the foot, and then drop the foot to the floor and lift it back up. Drop and lift, drop and lift. One more, and then we're going to switch legs. Single leg hip bridges and push, flex and push, plie and push. One more, and drop, lift, drop, lift. Turn out that top leg, but keep your supporting knee parallel. Good job. We're going to do one final push. I'm just doing regular hip bridges with my heels on the floor. Up and hold, and I'm going to pulse my knees in. In. You've got it. Relax, hug your knees into your chest. We are going to roll over and go into some arms. A quick transition here. I'm on my belly. I press up to stretch into cobra. I get back down onto my belly, pull my hands right underneath my shoulders, and I'm going to do tricep push-ups. So I don't like to fully extend my arms. I like to really burn out my triceps by keeping my arms bent. We're going to hold up at the top. We're going to extend, lower down, and do it all again. Push-ups halfway. Press your shoulders down your back. Keep your neck long and looking down past your nose. Hold. Press the floor away, extend, and down. We're going to do 2 more times, but cut in half. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Extend. Last one. 1, 2, 3. You are amazing. Hold. Extend. Relax. Child's pose. We have one final push. Breathe here for a second. You're doing amazing. We have 8 push-ups left before we stretch. I believe in you. Half push-ups, full push-ups, whatever you'd like. Keep your chin lifted and your focus out past your nose. Squeeze your core and your booty. You've got this. Hold. Pulse or just hold or come out. But this is your last push. Good job. Holding child's pose for just a moment while we breathe and we relax and we center ourselves before we stretch. Big inhale, breathe those arms above your head and fold down. Plie, stretch, plie, roll it up. Again, breathe, big inhale. Cactus those arms, arch farther back and fold forward. Plie and stretch. Halfway lift, lower, plie, roll up, arms above the head. Exhale, roll back down, walk out to your right lunge. Back and front, stretch and bend, back and front, back. Back hold, trying to square off those hips. Your back heel can be flat or high. Go back down into your low lunge. Bring your hands up to your knee and lift your chest. Drop your shoulders back and down. Really extend that back knee. We're going to drop the knee. Drop the hand on the same side as the bent leg and reach up and over to get into that hip flexor. You should be squeezing your left, or that back glute, whatever leg you're on. Arching, and then finding this half lateral lunge. It's a bit of a tricky situation to get into, and it could potentially feel a little bit weird on your knee. So if it does, just do a modification. Side stretch to back to your lunge, but now we are stretching back, coming up and forward to do a cactus, to push back to get into that hamstring. Do it again. Breathe forward, cactus, or open the arms all the way, bring them back forward, extend that front leg back into your low lunge with the knee on the ground. You can have your hands behind your back. You can have your hands clasped. You can bend your leg and grab your foot. Try to touch your foot to your head. Folding forward, we're going to reach that outside arm up. Let's do some wrist rolls. And now we're going to press all the way back into an opposite side lateral turned out lunge, opening up that arm that matches the one that's straight. And now an easy twist lunge into grabbing that foot. I'm going to roll to the outside of my front leg to get into my hip, but you can also lift your supporting hand up to your knee and lift your chest for a deeper stretch. Lots of options here. We're going to release, open up that leg, and slide out into a half middle split. If this is too much for you, don't slide out, and I want you to just rock front and back. If you want
an extra push. I want you to squeeze both glutes like you're pushing yourself down, you're pushing the earth away from you, and then you relax. So that's PNF. We squeeze and we relax deeper into the stretch. Breathing here. Slowly and carefully make your way out of this half middle split position. Find your way back to a lunge and then straighten both legs into that split forward fold. Arms come by the ears, lifting up through a flat back, and then releasing, arching, using all of your balance, and folding forward. Again, arms by the ears, keep that spine super long and strong. Release, arch, and fold forward. Do that deep lunge. Breathe, stretch that back knee. Spine long. We're going to rotate into a wide-legged forward fold. Pulling those kneecaps up. So I want you to engage your quads, lengthen through your spine, try to get the crown of your head to the floor, but also right underneath your legs. Bending both legs right and left, shifting what feels comfortable, and then doing a 10-finger bind behind your back if you can. Releasing the neck, releasing the arms, plie, roll up. I circle my arms up over my head, and then I turn out my legs and press my knees back with my elbows. Knees, elbows to your knees, hands to your knees, whatever is best. I'm going to face the front now and go into a full malasana, a yogi squat. So dropping my hips all the way down to the floor, my toes are open. It's like I'm between a first position and a second position. I bring my knees to my elbows to my knees to help open them. And now I'm going to do a pretty challenging move here. So if this is really hard for you, just hold that malasana. I'm going to bring both knees forward, find a camel, and then I'm going to fold back into that malasana, and it's not easy. Ideally, we work towards getting it without our hands, but I definitely have to use my hands. Malasana to camel, carefully, slowly coming out of that to protect your neck and your spine. Malasana to a forward fold. Good job. We're going to go into our left lunge. Really stretching through that back knee. Long spine. Gaze past your nose. Now we're going to stretch back and forth. You can flex the front foot. You can keep the back heel high, whatever feels best. Front and back, you can wave through the spine. And now we hold. Drop the knee, reach the arms up, cactusing back, pressing back into that runner stretch, stretching that leg that is available to straighten. Arch and fold for that hamstring. And again, arch. And we are going to drop that outside hand and stretch over to the side, getting into that hip flexor. And then we're going to rotate into almost like a wild thing. And then we're going to come back through center into that half lateral lunge. This is a way better view of it than it was before. Arching back, rounding through the spine and doing it again. And then we're going to find an easy twist in that low lunge. Dropping the knee, grabbing the foot. However you like, you can rock to the outside of that foot. You can grab the foot with both hands and really get in a shoulder stretch. You can lift your supporting hand onto your knee and we stretch back up. Making sure to breathe the whole time. Extending those arms by your ears, lifting. We're going to cactus and then we're going to relax back down. This takes a lot of control, as you can see. I almost lost my balance there. Arch. And we're going to go back down to our lunge and find that lateral or turned out lunge on the opposite side. And now stretching that arm that matches the straight leg up to the ceiling. Back to that lateral lunge just for a second. And wide-legged forward fold. Crown to the floor, tail to the sky. Plie. Grab your hands behind your back. Another shoulder opener. Rocking side to side, breathing through the tightness, plie, release, roll. Lift those arms up to the sky, open, and fold back down. Quick plie, roll up, face the front, get ready for shoulder rolls, back, 2, and forward, really shrugging those shoulders, giving your shoulder socket a full range of motion. I'm going to open my legs, use more of my plie, more of my rib cage, and go forward or reverse. Using beautiful port-a-bras to lean into some S curves. If these are foreign to you, just reach side to side like we're doing now. Extending through the fingertips, down to up. Now we go up to back. Plie, breathe in. And exhale all the way back down. Wiggling wherever you need to. Plie, roll it up. And we are going to bring our feet together and roll down to a plank. Press back into a downward facing dog and then roll through our spine to an up dog. My toes are tucked so I can do this again. Down dog. Up dog, drop the knees. Push your hips back to child's pose, and now we're going to slide forward into a snail or a puppy dog pose. So you want your chest on the floor, your chin on the floor, you want your butt sticking straight up to the sky. You should feel this in your shoulders. Keep breathing. Pressing back into a child's pose, and then finding your way to a right leg pigeon, seated pigeon. We're going to fold our chest down at different angles. So we're going to go left and right and then center. And I'm kind of waving through my spine. And then I'm going to do it again. Left and right and center. Just getting into different parts of not only our hip but also our torso. And I bend that foot towards my head just for a little extra stretch, and then I walk it down to my elbows, or you can walk down to your arms straight. And now we're going to grab that back foot, and you can do same arm, same leg, or opposite arm. It's up to you, or you could do both arms for a real chest opener, or you could do both arms, look up, and try to touch your toe to your head. Lots of options here. We're going to straighten right from that pigeon. So I'm in this funky split forward fold, but my front leg is sickled, and that is intentional. I'm trying to get into my IT band, which is not the easiest thing to get into. Now we're going to bend that back leg, take your hands off the floor, and we're going to lift that back knee up. So I was in the double stag position, and now I'm opening my leg. We're getting into our outer hip because conditioning those muscles will actually help them open if you have tight hips similar to me. Now we're lifting that back leg carefully using those outer glute muscles and our back to bring it forward and behind. Just a few more, forward and behind. Now we're going to relax it. One more. We're going to relax it down, and we are going to stretch back. I cannot lay back comfortably all the way. So I go to my elbows, but feel free to go all the way down. And then we're going to go into a jazz split. I like to flex my front foot for optimal hamstring stretch. Try to drop both elbows to the floor. Keep your chin out of your chest, long spine. Reach up and over to the side. And then we're going to lay it to the center, which might feel really funky on your knee, but yeah, I say do it carefully, but it is good for your knees, even though it feels very foreign. Rolling it up,
We're going to find our way to our other side. Seated pigeon on the left. We have these folds coming, right, left, and then center. Wave through your spine and breathe. Here we go. And you can add that little arch if you want, and then we do it again. Left, center, and relax. Or touch your foot to your head. Coming up, grabbing that back foot. Remember, you can grab it with either arm or both. Breathe into those hips. Release, and now we stretch. And I'm in this like overcrossed split triangle pose. Breathing. I'm holding that one a little bit longer because it felt good. Bend that back leg, and then we do this like a clamshell. And it's really only your back leg. Both legs look like they're moving, but it's really only my back leg. I'm really trying to target that outer hip. And then we lift the leg, and we bring it forward, and we lift, and we bring it back. The slower and the more controlled, the better. You can flex, you can point, it doesn't matter. 2 more. Feels funky, but it's so good for mobility. Now we're going to relax back as far as you can. I like to add a little twist, and usually I can get my back to crack. Finding your jazz split. Front leg is now straight, foot flexed, reach up flat, straight, long spine, trying to get both elbows to the floor, chin out of your chest. Reach up and over to the side. If you can, grab that foot, pull yourself through. Release that and find your way to center as comfortably and as carefully as you can. If it hurts, don't do it. But we know the difference between a stretch and real pain and danger. Find your way to a seated pike position. We're going to roll through our spine with pointed toes, down to out to up. And hold it down, pulling those elbows to the floor, face all the way to your knees, lifting up, flex, and we go flat back to roll it up. Flat back, roll it up, flat back, roll it up, flat back, roll it up. Last one, flat back, hold. Pull those heels off the floor if you'd like, and then relax forward, trying to bring the elbows to your shins. Roll it up. We're going to arch back. So I'm reaching the crown of my head to the floor, and then I am reversing all the way up. Crown, head, shoulders, back, and then lift from your belly button. Bending the legs, we're going to go into some hinges from the floor. Your heels can stay on the floor. 1 heel can pop, 2 heels can pop, whatever feels good. I just want you to get into the front of your body. It doesn't have to look or be perfect at all. 1 leg now is straight, and we swap. We're going to do that 1 more time each side. Breathe. Let this feel so good. Next, we're moving into a straddle position. We are almost there, friends. 5 minutes left. Drink water if you need it. You've got this. We're going to extend our spine super straight. We're going to tilt to the side, kind of like we did earlier for our obliques, and then we go side, center, side. And now you're going to face your leg. Oh, we're going to do the other side, and then that's what we'll do. Side, center. Now we turn to our leg, and we go center again. Side, center, side. Lift. This is so good for so many things: back, core, and hips and hamstrings. Great job. Going forward, hold. Don't touch the floor yet. And relax. I like to grab my feet and pull myself down into my straddle. Roll it up. Stretch over to the side. Keep those hips in the floor. Open up to the ceiling and drop that chin. Drop your forehead to your shin, actually. Other side. Up and over. Open to the sky. And chin to shin. Or forehead to shin. Either or. Long spine though. We're going to sit up and find our way back to a center stretch. This would be a great time to roll into your full center split if that's what you're feeling. Or you could just stay here. Coming out of this, we're going to go into seated leg extensions. Starting from a butterfly position and then lifting one leg up. Trying to keep that spine super long, shoulders away from your ears. We're going to flex, plie. You can point or you can keep it flexed. You can roll the ankle. Now we're going to open it up to the side. So it's Alice a cone, but my hips are square. Flex, plie. And now we're going to open up that hip. Rise all the way up to our knee if we can. Flex for that deeper hamstring stretch. Release it, cross it behind your supporting leg, and fold backwards. You should feel this in your outer hips. We're going to transition into the other side, nice and quick. Sit up super straight, shoulders away from your ears, flex, plie. Flex, plie. Turn out that leg as much as you can from the hip. Open up to the side, square hips. Plie, and all the way up to your knee. You can flex here if you want a deeper stretch. Release, cross behind, and press back for those outer hips. Relax your neck, relax your head down. Finding a downward dog. Take some nice deep breaths, letting it out your mouth. Walk those heels. Grab for your ankles if you want that twist. Drop your knees, lower to child's pose. Breathing in and letting everything go. You have made it. We have just a few final cool down moves. We're going to stretch our feet. So you can totally go both feet because you've done it before, or safely you could do one foot. And you really want to keep your ankle parallel. You don't want to sickle, and I don't recommend turning out either. I think we really just want to focus on stretching the front of our foot. And now we're going to stretch the bottoms of our feet by sitting on our flexed toes. Reach across. Stretch those arms out, drop your shoulder away from your ear, lift it above your head. You can totally side bend with this. Switch sides. Reach up and over the head, give yourself a little side bend. And that would be the end of our class. Great job, friends.